In the last session, we derived what is the grouping of the capacitance. That is, what is the series connection of the capacitance and what is the parallel connection of the capacitance. Whenever two capacitors are connected in series, the formula can be written as C1 C2 by C1 plus C2. That is the equivalent capacitance. When two capacitors are connected in parallel, then the equivalent capacitance is nothing but C1 plus C2. So we derived those derivations which are important for the 3 mark. In the similar way, here we have another 3 mark question, and this is the last topic in this chapter, that is energy stored in a capacitor. Here, how much energy can be stored in a capacitor we have to derive. So here we consider a capacitor, both are the similar capacitors. At certain time, at any intermediate time, the charge is minus plus q dash, and here it is minus q dash, and the charge is moving from negative plate to positive plate. The small charge can be taken as a dq dash. This is continuing up to both the plates are attaining the charge of plus q and minus q. Listen here. Consider a capacitor. The positive plate is having plus q dash, negative plate is having the minus q dash. This is at any intermediate time. Means I consider at a particular instant of time. Here I apply a potential of V dash. When apply the potential of V dash, then here a small amount of charge dq dash is moving from negative plate to positive plate. This will continue up to the charge from the charge become on positive plate is plus q, charge become negative plate is minus q. So here I do certain work to charge is initially charged capacitor is plus q dash from plus q. Okay, here how much energy we stored whenever the charge is changing from plus q dash to plus q. Okay, so for that we are going to take work done to move charge. Here I move the small charge dq dash. Work done to move the small charge dq dash is nothing but dw is equal to, here what is the potential we applied? V dash is applied potential into dq dash. This work is done to move the charge dq dash. Now where what is the V dash? V dash is nothing but, we know that C is equal to Q by V, but here the charge on plate is Q dash, potential applied is V dash. From this V dash is equal to Q dash by C. Okay, now total work done. Total work done is nothing but the charge on the plates are changing from Q dash to Q. For that, how much total work we have to done? So the total work W is equal to integral V dash dq dash, where Q dash is changing from, means limits from initial Q is 0 and Q dash is equal to Q. This is the charge is changing from plus q dash to plus q. So that is, we are going to take limits are from initial 0 charge is moving and up to the charge become q. How much we have to work we have to done? That is equal, that implies W is equal to integral 0 to q into what is V dash? V dash is nothing but q dash by C into dq dash. Here 1 by C is the common, that is integral q dash, limits are from 0 to q into dq dash. What is the integration of x dx? X dx integration is nothing but x square by 2. Similarly here also the integration of the q dash dx is nothing but q dash square by 2. Limits are from 0 to q. When we apply the limit, substituting the limits there, that is 1 by c into q square by 2 minus 0 square by 2, because lower limit is 0. So from that we are going to write 1 by 2 c q square, but already we know q is equal to c into v. Substituting 1 by 2c is equal to c square into v square. 1c is cancelled. Now the total work done is nothing but half cv square. Therefore the total energy stored in the capacitor is, work done is nothing but energy, that is half CV square joules. So the energy stored in a capacitor is nothing but half CV square. Once again see this derivation, this is important 3 mark derivation, that is energy stored in a capacitor. Here I consider a capacitor. Initially, at intermediate time, means at any time, the charge on the, at a certain time, the charge on the plate is Q dash and here it is minus Q dash. Now, the small charge dq dash is moving from negative plate to positive plate. Then this is charging up to the charge on the plate become plus Q. Then how much energy it will store. So that is here work done to move the small charge dq dash from negative plate to positive plate is nothing but dW is equal to V dash into dq dash. Here V dash is the applied potential here. And from that we know what is the formula for capacitance. Capacitance is equal to C equal to Q by V. Here I will take the capacitor, charge is Q dash, potential is V dash. So C is equal to Q dash by V dash. That is taken from that V dash is taken as Q dash by C. Now therefore total work done. Total work done means here the charge on the capacitor become plus Q. How much work done? Charge on the capacitor become Q. How much work done we have to do? That work done is nothing but energy stored in the capacitor. Therefore total work done is nothing but applying integration for this. By applying integration, W is equal to integral V dash dQ dash. Here Q dash is from initially the charge is 0 and it is charged up to plus Q. So limits for the Q dash is nothing but 0 to Q. Now that is Q dash by C and V dash is nothing but Q dash by C. By substituting here 1 by C integral 0 to Q, Q dash into dQ dash. Here this is in the form of integral x dx. X dx integration is nothing but x power 2 by 2, that is Q dash whole square by 2 and limits are from 0 to Q. Substituting the limits Q square by 2 minus 0 square by 2, that is half 2C into Q square. But already from the definition of the capacitance we know that the Q is equal to C into V. By substituting in the place of Q, C into V, that is C square into V square, 1C and C cancel, this is half CV square. Then the total work done is nothing but total energy in the capacitor. Therefore the total energy stored in the capacitor is nothing but half CV square. This is an important derivation for 3 marks. Now we see some problems on capacitance which are given in the previous papers. Okay, see here. A network of 4 capacitors, each of 12 microfarad. Here 4 capacitors are connected in this network and each capacitance value is 12 microfarad. If it connected to a 500 volts shown in figure. This network is consisting 4 capacitors, all are connected to the 500 volts battery. Now calculate, the first question is equivalent capacitance of network and the second question is what is the charge on each capacitor. Okay, no? Charge on each capacitor. Okay. Now here we are going to assume C1, C2, C3, C4. Total 4 capacitors we assume. Now first we calculate the equivalent capacitance. What is the total capacitance of the network? So here when we are observing C1, C2, C3 are in series, that is C1, C2, C3 in series. These 3 capacitors are in series. For that combination, see the capacitor C4 is in parallel. Clearly observe here, capacitor C1, C2, C3. These 3 capacitors are in series. For that combination C4 is in parallel. So first we calculate the series combination. Series combination, I gave the formula 1 by CS is equal to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 plus 1 by C3. Here what is the C1, C2, C3? Each capacitor is having the value 12 microfarad. So this is 1 by 12 plus 1 by 12 plus 1 by 12. All are having the same units, so no need to use the units here. We directly simplify. Here the LCM is nothing but 12. Numerator become 3. This is 1 by 4. Now here what is the series capacitance? The series capacitance is nothing but 4 microfarad. Here C1, C2, C3 are in series. When series connection of capacitors, we are going to take the formula 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 plus 1 by C3. Now this total capacitance become CS. Now this CS is parallel to the C4. Therefore the total capacitance C equivalent is equal to CS plus C4. Why? Because the three capacitors combination and C4 both are in parallel. In parallel, what is the formula? C1 plus C2. So we are going to take CS is 4 microfarad plus what is the C4? 12 microfarad. Therefore, equivalent capacitance of given network is 16 microfarad. So here, important question. C1, C2, C3 are in series. In the series of those three capacitors, this is the formula. Here from that we can get the series combination. Now that series combination and C4 both are in parallel. In the parallel we are going to take C1 plus C2. So here CS plus C4. From that we obtain this is the parallel total equivalent of the equivalent capacitance of the given network. This is the first question. Now see how to calculate this second question, that is charge on each capacitor. Here these three C1, C2, C3 are in series, for that C4 is in parallel. Here due to this potential it given certain charge. Here charge is Q1, here charge can be taken as Q2. And in the derivations we observe, in the series combination the charge is constant. In the parallel combination the charge is divided. Here total charge is Q. That Q is divided as Q1 into C4 and remaining charge Q2 is flowing through C1, C2 and C3. So from this what we understand, that is the charge in the series combination is same. If you calculate Q2, that Q2 is the charge in C1, charge in C2 and charge in C3. Remember, in the series combination charge is constant, but whereas parallel combination charge is divided. When we give the 500 volts voltage, it is given a charge Q. That charge is divided as Q1 and Q2. Q1 is the charge in the capacitor C4. Q2 is the charge in C1, C2 and C3. Now we are going to calculate charge in C1, C2 and C3. All are constant. So we are going to take that value as charge in C1 is equal to charge in C2 equal to charge in C3 equal to Q2. Here we calculate Q2 is equal to, what is the total capacitance of series combination is CS into, what is the applied voltage? Applied voltage is nothing but V. Now the CS is nothing but, we calculated in the previous question bit, that is 4 microfarad into 500. Here what is the 4 microfarad? 4 into 10 power minus 6 into 500. Once simplify, 5 fours 2000 into 10 power minus 6. That is the charge is 2 into 10 power minus 3 coulomb. Okay, the charge in C1, C2, C3 is nothing but 2 into 2 millicoulomb. Here once again understand, that is C1, C2, C3 are in series. In the series combination charge is constant. In the parallel combination charge is divided. Here this CS combination is parallel to C4. So total charge Q is divided as Q1 into Q1 and Q2. Q2 is the charge in C1, C2, C3. These three capacitors are having same charge. So that is nothing but charge in C1 equal to charge in C2 equal to charge in C3 equal to Q2. Where the Q2 is nothing but the capacitance of series combination into applied potential 500. That is 4 into 10 power minus micro is nothing but 10 power minus 6. 4 into 10 power minus 6 into 500 is nothing but 2000 into 10 power minus 6. That is the 2 into 10 power minus 3 coulomb. That is 2 millicoulomb is the charge in C1, C2 and C3. Now here we are going to calculate what is the charge in capacitor C4. Charge in capacitor C4 is nothing but C4 into V. We know that C is equal to Q by V. Q is equal to C into V. This formula can be used. Simple formula. Now from that C4 is nothing but 12 microfarad into 500. 12, that is 12 into 10 power minus 6 into 500. That is nothing but 12 5s 60 and 6000 into 10 power minus 6. That is nothing but 6 into 10 power minus 3. That is 6 millicoulomb. So like that we calculate what is the charge in each and every capacitor. Now see the next problem. This model and null potential point calculation. Number of times these models are repeated. Okay, practice these two type of problems. That is the problem and previous I explained the null potential point. Okay. Now see here, what is the problem they given? The effective capacitance of a two capacitors. I take the two capacitors are C1 and C2 is 4 microfarad in series and 25 microfarad in parallel. When these two capacitors are connected in series, the effective capacitance is 4 microfarad. These two capacitors are connected in parallel, the effective capacitance is 25 microfarad. Then find what is the individual capacitance. Now we have to calculate what is C1 and what is C2. Here in series, in the series connection, what is the formula I told you? When two capacitors are given, you directly write C1 C2 by C1 plus C2 is equal to 4 microfarad. This is the point they given. Next, in parallel, what is the formula for equivalent capacitance? In parallel, the formula is C1 plus C2. What is the value they given? 25 microfarad. Now from this what we obtain, the C1 plus C2 is substitute here. We can get C1 into C2. What is C1 and C2? 4 into C1 plus C2. That is 4 into, here we have the 25. Here the value is nothing but 25 microfarad. So C1 into C2 is nothing but 4 into 25. That is nothing but 100. Okay? So 100 into, see here, microfarad into microfarad. That is nothing but, it is written as 10 power minus 12 farad. See here, this is 10 power minus 6, it is 10 power minus 6. 10 power minus 6 into 10 power minus 6 is nothing but 10 power minus 12. So C1 into C2 is nothing but 100 into 10 power minus 12 farad. What is 4 microfarad? 4 into 10 power minus 6 farad. What is 25 microfarad? 25 into 10 power minus 6 farad. Now we are substituting here C1 into C2 become 100 into 10 power minus 12 farad. Okay. Now from this we have to calculate what is the value of the C1 and C2. Here you have C1 plus C2. If you get C1 minus C2, you can easily get the C1 and C2. That is nothing but C1 minus C2 whole square is equal to, this is A minus B whole square formula, C1 plus C2 whole square minus 4 into C1 C2. See here, C1 plus C2 whole square is nothing but A plus B whole square. A square plus B square plus 2AB minus 4AB. That is nothing but A minus B whole square. So C1 plus C2 is nothing but 25 microfarad whole square minus 4 into 100 into 10 power minus 12 farad. Okay, now from this, what is 25 microfarad? 25 microfarad is nothing but 625 into micro square become 10 power minus 12 farad minus 400 into 10 power minus 12 farad. Now 625 minus 400 is nothing but 225 into 10 power minus 12 farad. That is C1 minus C2 whole square. But here we required C1 minus C2 only. Takes root on both sides. It is C1 minus C2. Root of 225 is nothing but 15 into root 10 power minus 2 is nothing but 10 power minus 6 farad. We can consider it as equation 2. It as equation 1. By solving equation 1 and 2, we obtain C1 and C2. What is equation 1? C1 plus C2 is equal to 25 microfarad. C1 minus C2 is equal to 15 microfarad. Once add these two, by addition of this one, C1 C2 cancel. It is 2 C1 is equal to 40 microfarad. From this, C1 is equal to 20 microfarad. When C1 is 20 microfarad, substitute here in equation 1. C2 is equal to 5 microfarad. So like that we calculate the C1 and C2 values in this way. That is, in the problem they given series combination resistance. What is the parallel combination resistance? In that C1 plus C2 we know. From series combination we can get C1 into C2. Micro means 10 power minus 6. Okay, remember. Now C1 minus C2 whole square is nothing but C1 plus C2 whole square minus 4 C1 C2. By simplifying that one, we can get C1 minus C2. By solving of C1 plus C2 and C1 minus C2, we can get C1 is 20 microfarad and C2 is 5 microfarad. Okay. See what are the important questions in this chapter. Van de Graaff generator is there, but in syllabus that is deleted. Now we have only these are the topics that they given. That is 5 more questions in this chapter. Potential due to isolated point charge. That is, we proved that V is equal to Q by epsilon naught 4, Q by 4 pi epsilon naught into R. Next one is capacitance of parallel plate capacitor without dielectric. That is, C is equal to epsilon naught A by D. This derivation is for 5 marks. Coming to the 3 mark questions are number of times repeated. That is, relation between electric field and electric potential. That is, E equal to minus dV by dx. Number of times repeated. Next one, equivalent capacitance when two capacitors in series and then when two capacitors are in parallel, and energy stored in a capacitor. In this class we discussed it. So this is also one of the important question. Now coming to the 2 mark questions, expression for the potential due to the dipole and when it is maximum, when it is minimum. Next to potential energy expression when it is maximum and when it is minimum. Next to types of dielectrics, that is the polar and non-polar and its examples. Next to expression for parallel plate capacitor with dielectric, that is here we multiply with K. So that is epsilon naught A into K by D. That expression and the terms can be explained. So these are some important questions, and the important problems in previous they are going to ask are how to calculate null potential point and how to calculate the individual capacitance when series and parallel combinations are given. Okay? So this is the electric potential and capacitance. In the next session we start the moving charges and magnitude.